Hello, my name is Tim Kerr. This is my 11th year at Kent Island High School, and this is my 8th year teaching APEuro. My goal with this presentation is to present the basic elements of APEuro as well as lay out the expectations that go along with the class. I'll be sure to be in contact with you if you have any questions. At any point, if you have any questions for me, please email me at timothy.kerr@qacps. As at the end of this presentation, I'll also include it in my welcome email to you that will be coming to you very shortly. AP Modern European History, a quick overview. It covers around 1450 to as close to the present as we possibly can get. That means we have a short amount of time in the second semester for quite a bit of material. But in my opinion, it's one of the most enlightening classes that a student can take here at Kent Island High School. The ultimate goal is to take and pass the AP exam, which hopefully will eventually lead to college credit. As far as the content of the class, it'll cover the Renaissance all the way through to as close to the modern period as we can possibly get to. They're really going to work on analyzing primary sources, really work on writing, as well as dealing with a lot of information in a short amount of time, which I think is great preparation for any college course. To get down to the nitty-gritty, this course is very fast-paced, and because of that, I need to make sure that my students are constantly prepared for the day-to-day, which means none of my quizzes will really be announced. They need to be prepared. They need to be reading on a nightly basis. They will be given a reading guide as well as a reading schedule to make sure that they're staying up with things. If at any point you feel like they're falling behind, or if you have any questions for me, again, please feel free to email me and I'll be sure to get back to you within 24 hours. As far as the grading goes, because this test is very difficult and because this class is meant to train them for this test as well as getting used to an amazing amount of information in a short amount of time, my quizzes actually count as less. And I'll talk about the grading a little bit later, and you also get that in my welcome letter as well. But what will they need? I don't give them any type of list on what they need. They just need to come in. They are going to decide how to organize. This is meant to prepare them for college as best as possible. So I'm there along the way if they need any help with study habits, with organization. However, it's really going to be up to them to organize how they progress through this class. But binders, books, pencils, highlighters, never a bad idea for an AP history class. So to discuss the grading policy just very quickly, the overwhelming brunt of this grade really comes down to the things that they're going to be doing outside of class. And this comes down to packets that I give them at the beginning of every unit. There are 6 units, and because it's a semester-long class, a unit will last somewhere in the area of 1 to 2 weeks. So at the end of each unit, they will turn in a study packet, a study guide, that will include a couple different things. One, a basic block study guide where they're going to be going through a lot of different historical skills. They're going to be looking at context, looking at synthesis, looking at major dates, looking at social, political, economic developments throughout that time period. They will also be analyzing primary sources, which is very important to any study in history. And I believe that really helps them prepare for college. So those are the 2 major elements that determine with their packets. It takes some time and it takes some effort. That's why my packets will always be the summative grade. The consequence of their work will be in their tests and quizzes. Quizzes will not be announced. Tests will be announced. They will know exactly when tests will be, and they will know exactly when packets will be due. So everything will be laid out for them, just like in a college course, as if they are getting a college syllabus. So they need to be prepared on a daily basis. How can they do that? By working on their packets on a nightly basis, as well as reading the mandatory reading on the schedule. Now, I know that scares a lot of people. When it comes down to it, it really is helping students and rewarding students for the work that they do outside of class and the work that they do inside of class as well. And it takes the pressure off when it comes to tests and quizzes. I want tests and quizzes to be continual practice and not something that is going to ruin their grade if they happen to do poorly on one or two of them. So my hope is that with switching that grading system, they come in and they're excited about tests and they're using them as feedback rather than punishment if they don't do well. Obviously, at the end of the semester, we will also have a final exam, and that final exam will be a previously given AP exam, so they will get a good look at an AP exam prior to actually taking the exam in May. My goal at every step along the way is to prepare them to be as successful as possible on that AP exam, as well as developing an appreciation for history and the overall context of European history in the world. As always, I want to be open, and I want to have a communication, an open line of communication with any parent or with any student. So my hope is that if you have any questions, if you have any concerns, please feel free to email me, and I will be sure to get back to you within 24 hours. I would also ask that if the students have questions, make sure that you remind them to ask me and to communicate with me before you decide to send an email. I always like to talk to the student first so we can try to figure things out before the parents get involved. And please don't take that the wrong way, but within a year, within a semester, many of these students, and hopefully all of them, will be off to college, and they will have to be figuring things out a lot on their own. So my hope is that they will develop an open line of communication with me. But at any point, if you have any questions or concerns, please feel free to email me. I am someone that the students and I'm someone that the parents can absolutely work with in helping the students become as successful as they possibly can be. I really look forward to the semester, and I look forward to working with all the students in this upcoming semester. Have a great day, and take care.